Hello everybody and welcome back to Planet Coaster. Yeah, have you thought I let you down this week? Have you really thought of it within the Jurassic World Evolution stuff? Yes, you have thought though, but no, here is the video and I never let you down with Planco videos, guys. Today, with something really special, and I have to say welcome in Delady Studios. Well, actually not really, because I built this in an empty park, but today we are finally going to build the entrance for Delady Studios, as she has already explained to you, and yeah, I thought this also in the first episodes. She will be building in my park, I will be building in her park, and every now and then. And so, yeah, today I'm doing so. But as always, guys, if you like the content, if you haven't subscribed yet, remember to do so. That would be really nice. And also click that bell to be reminded of notifications when the video is going to be live. Because YouTube lately had a lot of struggle with the notification system. And it appeared that a lot of you guys asked me and wrote me some messages and also on Twitter when my videos are up, and I'm always like answering like, yeah, well, they are already up, haven't you seen them? And they were like, no, I haven't gotten a notification or whatever. And yeah, it seems, and also YouTube officially has kind of approved that the random system, or it is actually a random system with the notification, and it seems that my channel really is suffering a lot from it. So a lot of subs don't really get notifications, but if you want to see those videos in Planet Coaster and also other creative stuff, make sure to hit the bell on my channel so that you will be notified when there is a video up. And trust me, in the next couple of weeks there won't be too many videos, so you won't be annoyed by it, because I really have to dig deep into my master thesis again. But yeah, what am I talking about? So, that was just like the little intro, which is already 2 minutes long, but you know me, guys, you all know me. It's nothing too special about me always talking about stuff besides the actual stuff going on. But today we are going to talk about what I am building in the background. So, most of you, well, potentially everybody of you, does know Delady Studios, because I'm quite certain that, like, every single sub I have also is sub to Delady Designer, so I'm quite certain that you will know about her Studios Park. And lately, I really was, like, while playing Jurassic World Evolution, I really got into the mood of playing Planet Coaster again, and I really wanted to do something completely new, completely off the chart, completely, yeah, something to you know, train my creative muscles again, or basically not so much the creative muscles, it was more like the designing and the going completely over the top kind of muscles, if that's even a thing. But the idea about this entrance is to, and she kind of gave me a briefing to this, which I partly ignored, so Delady Designer, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. I just, you know, after kind of sticking to it, I went a bit overboard and did my own version of it. But, you know, she was sending me some images of entrances she liked, and I was making some raw sketches onto paper, send it over to her. She was liking it quite, still having some minor adjustments to it. And you know, the basic idea about this entrance is to make it really fancy looking, like really which fits to the style that the Delady Designer is delivering. So she's not simple, right? She's also not too much the kind of fancy. She's really like the I don't even know how to put that in words. I found that the Delady Designer has a very unique style on Planet Coaster. She really gets an atmosphere done in kind of a way that I don't really see others can do. She really produces scenes and stuff with buildings that are quite detailed, not as detailed as other people out there, but they're simply beautifully detailed with the pieces available, and it kind of creates an immersion that is beyond what I've seen so far, and this is really a great thing she's doing. And she wanted to have an entrance that really fits her style, which is a bit tricky, because I found, you know, this, as you have seen the reveal, the Delady Studios are actually part of Delady in Wonderland, so there is kind of this Wonderlandish style to it, which is not really a part of the studios, but it still is in the same park, so it kind of has to go at least a bit into what this whole thing is delivering. So I watched a few episodes back, what she was doing there. And I found, for example, the Toyland, which also had this big toy blocks and all these kind of stuff, and this kind of gave me an idea of the size, so that I can really go overboard with big props. So actually, like way bigger as you would expect. As you can see right now, I'm building this basically old film roll you would basically put to an old projector, and this kind of thing is like scale-wise really damn big. It's gigantic, really, but it will be part of the overall entrance building, so it's not that bad actually that it is that big, because it really fills a gap in the whole sideline, and I really spend a lot of time thinking about the overall composition of it, because she also asked me to make it really like, you know, a lot of things that you actually would see in the studios should be incorporated into this entrance, so really have like a glimpse of what you will be seeing behind the walls of the studio. So like a lot of things like explosions and cars and you know, film crews and coasters and whatsoever, and this whole thing should go together in an entrance. Like really, I don't really know, it's more like if you're a small child and you have like this little box where you put all your toys in, and just imagine this kind of box would explode and how this would look. That basically was the idea about this entrance. It's kind of all basing on the idea of an old cinema, like the maybe like a theater even entrance. So as you can see, this kind of roundish shape in the beginning, and then we have like a ticket booth in the middle and one to the left and to the right, which is, you know, the standardish old cinema or big kind of more expensive looking cinema slash theater thing, which has this little lobby in front of it. This is also why I'm going to try now something with these curtains to make it all look a bit more glamourish. But this is only from the inside, so I didn't want to dig too much into this kind of I would say 50s, 60s American cinema style, if that makes even sense. But this should be something which goes into it, and again, as always, it's not too much bound into one style. It should just create an atmosphere to really fit in what the light designer is delivering. So I really couldn't stop myself from doing this and having these like curtains, and also having this rope hanging down here, where you have this little piece where you would actually pull on to make the curtains kind of closed. You know, imagine the cinema, like the premiere of the film has started, so they would pull down the curtains so that nobody can walk in, and you just would have the ticket booth in front there, and you know, you could just like cover everything up with these curtains. So I used them like basically all around this entrance area, so that you really have also a nice feeling within this thing. So I just didn't want to make it look fancy from the outside, but also from the inside. So I really try to do this. Well, obviously a lot. I put a lot of lamps in, and just figured those are way too much. I don't even know if I even want to go even with a lower number than actually I have right now. I do change a few things. Oh, and besides, if you have noticed, I think most of you have potentially noticed this by this time, I really used the wrong entrance piece. I used coaster entrances, or ride entrances, rather than the park entrance. That will give us a struggle in the next episode, I can tell you, because I completely forgot about this. And the lady designer, if you're watching, next episode though will be very important, since I'm going into the path layout, and I wanted to make it as interesting as possible, but as easy as necessary for you to make this whole thing still usable. And I think in the end I found a way which will be pretty easy for you to lay out the path and still maintain the looks of it, to make it not too blocky. But yeah, that was actually a thing, because I made this entrance kind of curved, and that means that the pathing, and I got used too much to Jurassic World Evolution's pathing, which does kind of work. It limits you in different ways, but it still delivers what you want to do with it. And going back to Planet Coaster and using the path tool on Planet Coaster really gave me a headache. I honestly have to say, you shouldn't play Jurassic World Evolution too much with the path tool and then go back to Planet Coaster. That will just frustrate you. But nevertheless, I managed to do it, and now I'm quite happy with what is the output of it. But yeah, obviously it was a struggle to do. Never mind. Back to the whole idea about this entrance. As you can see, I'm already trying to bring in some assets. So we have this like film roll, but when we also have now this kind of, I don't even know if it is also a film roll. It's more like a dia roll, like back then when you had these little images, like really sequences. It's kind of in each of these little blocks there would be a still, and then this is kind of the thing which the projector kind of pushes through the lens and illuminates then kind of 31 per second, or I guess it was 25 per second. So you got 25 frames per second video throughout this little kind of dia, I don't even know, paper. I don't really know what it should be called, like, but I really love the idea about this old thing, to have this kind of going around, and you can really imagine how this would look in a real theme park, that you would have this big thing which kind of curves around the entrance building. I just love the look of it, and I was trying to do this, and I really was happy how this turned out in the end. And now we are going into something very, very interesting. I haven't done this before, but I'm very happy with the outcome. So you have seen me placing those cars on top of the little ceiling of this entrance, and what these cars are doing are like basically having a crash, exploding. And since I didn't want to have the animation go on this thing the whole time, but because that would be very annoying, having the animatronic play the whole time, and you would have to look into it a lot more because of all the different kind of angles that you have to look at while it is playing. So I really wanted to have something which is not moving at all, and I still wanted to have this kind of illusion that there is a crash going on. And so I looked to kind of comic explosions, and I just looked into how this looks in a comic-y way. And obviously this is just 2D, it's flat, right? And I wanted to make kind of a explosion, a comic-looking explosion, which then is not 2D, it's 3D. So I came up with this art shape weirdness thingy. But I have to say, in the overall composing later on, it does really fit in. I wasn't expecting that, but I'm just happy that I tried this, because I think that really gives this a whole unique touch to it. You know, you have these two cars which are obviously tightened with some ropes and some cables to make sure that these cars would actually really like stand like that, because you don't want to fall them down the ceiling. So that's why I put them this way. And I also connected this all with cables. I will definitely, this is also a hint for the second episode, this entrance will also have a lot of realism aspects. So it might look fancy and way over the top. It still is one of the more realistic buildings I've made. So we also have a tiny backstage thing later on going on, and yeah, you know, it all is also, I won't have things floating in the air. I will always connect them with kind of little things like ropes or the cables, or maybe these like iron grinders or what they are called. So that basically this is just, yeah, holding this off. But now we are going into something very special, and I really hope that you guys will like this, because I don't know, it was. It's funny though, because this really is the thing that prevented me from going to bed early. I was writing my master thesis, and then I was going into Planet Coaster, which was basically, I guess, around 12ish, like really 12 p.m, like midnight. And I was like, okay, let's go back to the park and try the entrance. And I want to do just one thing, and this was what I'm going to do right now. But it ended up taking me, I guess, an hour even, or maybe half an hour, I don't know, but yeah, way too long. So I was going to bed too late actually, but I'm just so happy with the outcome of it. So I am doing what I was doing in the past quite a lot, and I'm kind of doing an art shape drawing, so to say. And what this is kind of special, because it is Delady in Wonderland / Delady Studios, and the Delady designer uses a lot of these visuals, comic visuals, a lot of nice things, as you can also art shape things. And SP Ridley has done an amazing work for like the Alice in Wonderland theme, and the whole park has a lot of art shape things going on. And I was like, okay, why not make the Delady designer out of art shapes then, just to, you know, have something special for her. And so I was looking to her channel again, and I was seeing, oh yeah, she's using that beautiful drawing as profile picture, which is also made by the beautiful and talented and crazy talented, I have to say, SP Ridley. And I thought, okay, why not, you know, combine these two things? Why not combine the drawing that Mr. SP Ridley did, and also combine it with basically the like the best thing that SP Ridley can do, which is also art shape statues and stuff, and just combine this and also put in the unique Delady Studios touch in it. So this basically is the whole thing connected to each other. It is kind of playful. It's not too much realism. It's not too much down to realism. And I think I'm not lying if I say that this whole park the Delady designer builds is not as much as Bro Coaster or something into realism. So it is a little bit more fantasy and fairy tale-ish, and also like kind of an illusion. It's at the end of the day, it's a game, right? And so that gave me that basically allowed me to build something a bit off the chart, and I used this really to a certain extent. I'm really happy with it, that I could use it, but it really combines what I just said. It's the playfulness playfulness which is in the game. It combines the beautiful drawing that SP Ridley did for her kind of branding actually of the Delady designer, and she's growing lately a lot, so branding is something really important. But maybe also to prevent from some rumors or whatsoever, that I'm going to build her entrance is we already aligned on this month ago actually, so it's not basically because she's growing that much at the moment that I just want to try and dig something out of it. We talked about that for months. I only haven't had the time, and I was starting with this even last week before she was like kind of going through the roof. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that before people are going to spread some rumors or whatsoever. I know how the internet is, so I'm just going to make this as a prevention of it. Anyhow, we are going to be close to the end of this episode, so I just wanted to sum up what you guys have seen in this episode, and also to remind you guys of just being awesome, you know? Just enjoy the game, because I feel like Planet Coaster has come a bit short lately. Obviously because all of the Jurassic World Evolution stuff, which is completely obvious, and yeah, you know, it's completely understandable. But stay awesome in this beautiful community of Planet Coaster geeks, and make sure to still watch the videos and bring in your ideas, because it's really worth it. And yeah, as you can see, there will be stuff going on in the future, don't worry. But as always, remember also, again, to hit that damn bell. I'm not getting tired of reminding you, because if you want to see more videos, you have to make sure to click that bell on my channel, to make sure that you get notifications for my videos. And also, if you haven't been a subscriber yet, do so if you like that video. Also consider to give it a thumbs up. Also drop down a comment down below. It all helps the channel if you want to see more of it. And yeah, I'm just trying to make this episode a bit more relaxed than usually. I really had a plan what to talk about. Maybe that helped also. But yeah, as always guys, I wish you all the best of possible days ahead. And also make sure to stay awesome, as I said, and also make sure to tune in for the next episode, and hopefully we get the Delady designer into the commentary. I don't know yet, it's a bit complicated at the moment to align us two, but yeah, never mind. I'll put you down a screenshot now of the finished result for the first episode, and see you then in the second one. Enjoy your day guys, and bye bye.
We should be hiding out wherever we may find love.